systemic issues. It's like they're finding all of these random conspiracy theories when it's them.
Right.
It's like, heal yourself, and then you can heal everything else. Start in you.
Elon put it plain as day for me, shit. I got a fucking ultimatum on this bitch. God damn. He was like, hey, I fuck with you and all, but if we gonna be friends, you're not gonna tattoo no pigs. So I guess I'm not tattooing cops no more. So,
Hold yourself accountable.
yeah.
You might have to put no pics on.
So that's a start. No, I would say tangible things that can be done. I think it like you said, like it could be interpersonal, it could be systemic. So it's like, one, like stop killing us. Like, I mean, I don't even know, like I hate that even has to be said. It's like, well, stop killing us, right? Like, stop killing trans women, stop killing queer people, stop beating the shit out of us because we offend you. I think a lot of times because as a black straight man, like you have to live in a box, right? And you don't get to be as liberated as I get to be as a femme male presenting person. And I think a lot of times that offends people because it's like, why do you get to be so free? And I can't be free. And your freedom bothers me. And it shouldn't, because you should want to be as free as me. So like I said, I think the first thing is like stop killing us. But then I think the second thing is like, how do I start to unlearn all of the things that I've been taught to hate people who don't look like me, who don't act like me, right? How do I treat women better, right? I always talk about Maury Povich. Like, there's a reason that Maury Povich is still on TV. It's because of like, he cheated on me 15 times, he cheated on me 30 times, and it's like, well, why do we engage each other in relationships like that, right? So how do we start to engage each other better, right? And I know we're going to talk about this in another episode, but it's like, how do we not come to the table until we're ready, right? And like, how do you not enter into things and enter into activist spaces until you're actually ready? And then how do you, I think another tangible thing is, like, when you're called out, relax, listen. Like, actually listen, and don't feel attacked. Because some people are coming from a place where the trauma is so deep that that's the only thing they know how to do is to attack you. Because they've just been attacked by people that look like you since they can remember their first trauma. And so you have to allow people to unpack that sometimes at you. And a lot of people aren't going to trust you. And that's okay. But it shouldn't stop you from doing the actual work. I know a lot of times, like with abolition, we talk about, like, we want to abolish all prisons. But if we can't abolish prisons, then at least stop holding the door open for white people, right? Like, do small things that start to, you know, like, they don't say excuse me, so stop saying excuse me, right? Like, do the small things, right? So it's like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, and I take that principle with me a lot of places. So sometimes it's like, listen, if you're a black heterosexual man, maybe, you know, you sitting with a transgender person is too uncomfortable for you initially, but do small things, have a conversation, talk to a gay person first, then talk to, like, try and figure it out and unlearn it and work it, but sometimes it doesn't have to be, like, I think I've just come to a place where I know it's not gonna be the whole thing. Like, you just not one day will be like, I get it, and I love everybody, right? So it's like, start from a starting point, read, Google, but talk to us. Ask questions rather than assume. I get the privilege to, because I'm in a fraternity, I'm always around straight men. And they come to me and ask me things that I would never think that they would ask me about their sexuality and about other things, but it's because I created a space that made them feel comfortable enough. And so my ask to black straight men is now start to make a space that feels safe enough for us to even enter with you. And to know that we're not fighting against you. Like, we're standing right there. We've always been in front of y'all, but now it's time for y'all to not only be on the sides of us, but sometimes stand in front of us too.
I'm gonna stop tattooing cops.
You better.
Not even being funny. Literally, like,
you should.
People who I can, if you walk in with a fucking Blue Lives Matter thing on here, like, I'm probably gonna try to find some kind of slick way to pass that shit off.
And I'm
I don't like doing it, to be honest.
And I want to help you though, because a lot of motherfuckers is the feds. There's so many different ways that
That's the
motherfuckers work for the
thing.
feds, you find out. So you start with that just strong boundary of no bullies. Just start there and trust me, it'll get stronger.
No ice too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it'll get stronger, and you'll realize, and it'll get persona, and you already know before the person even But to answer the question, you said it's tangible things that people could do just to help get it rolling. So I love what George said. George said like so many dope, amazing things. Just like to piggyback off of that, I think. God damn it, the piggy vibes. So just when I think about like even when I've dreamt about, because I think about how like a lot of this is artistic, creative experience for me. To be an abolitionist means to be an artist because it means to believe and try to work in a world. And everything we're literally doing right now, we're trying to create a world within a system. We haven't abolished it yet. I remind people of that. We haven't abolished it. So we're creating all of this within the system. So for me, what it means to take tangible impact is definitely getting in your community and also just taking a step back and thinking about it. Because a lot of people be like, oh, I never met a trans person before. Or, oh, I never met a... Yes, you have. We're in community every fucking day. We're everywhere around you. Do hair, do everything. We just exist because we're humans, right? So it's getting in community and just... And not thinking of it in this like broad sense, but just like doing regular shit with your neighbor, who your fucking neighbors are. Like, and then on another sense, go to your local TLGBTQ center, right? As a cis man, say you got a little income, whatever your little, like when I talk about, because I'm talking about material support right now. So let's say you have a habit, right? Maybe you like to go golf or you like to do whatever, you like to gamble on ball. So take that number and be like, I spend $5,000 a year gambling on ball games. Let me take 500 of that, and leverage my resources and go donate that maybe directly to go on Twitter where they got hashtags, trans crowd fund, black trans crowd fund. Like there's literal places, TGIJP, they write letters to community to let people know what we need. So it becomes like that thing where you also got to take that initiative. Like if I could say what the tangible thing is, to take initiative to go out there and get uncomfortable with yourself and like just, you know, roll the dice, and you never know who you'll meet and what type of community you'll get involved with, and that is just a step. Because I'm thinking about how like on a small level, not everybody, when we think about liberation, we think about our Martin Luther Kings and our Fred Hamptons, and it's actually dramatized, or whatever the word is, where it's like so small. Each of us in here have an impact. When we go back to our homes, the conversations we have, somebody in your life listens to you. So what I would say is, if y'all in this room with me, and also everybody who's watching, just in your own local town, find out if there's a fund to help do shit for people in your community that's marginalized, and work from there. You gotta remember your disabled people, your immigrants, all of that, you know? So, that's it.
Julius, you wanna go next? For the last 5 years, I've been using porn. I just hide messages in porn. So like, I think my greatest video I've ever made is like a one shot that basically, it's like a 30-minute clip, but I got Farrakhan's speech in the background. So I'm like making people listen to fucking Farrakhan. So I like using pornography to do it because mostly Pornhub is a top 10 website of all time, you know what I'm saying? So I can reach a lot of people super fast. So usually when I was younger, I realized that all our teachers were white. And if I went to talk to my cousin, I had to go find a white guy that was saying it on YouTube for them to hear what I was trying to say. But then I just started using black women with their titties out, and they listen to them too. So I just try to give my message to them, and then they change it to what they do, and it works that way. So we can change a lot of people, change relationships by just finding a medium that works for you, and then content is king. Here, you want to go next?
Yeah. I think another important part of this is kind of creating the environment where change is encouraged and is possible. And that includes not letting your friends do whatever. If your friends are street harassing, say something in the moment. If your friends say something homophobic or transphobic, say something in the moment. And it's like, because of socialization and stuff, straight men seem to think that all confrontation needs to be this violent, dramatic affair. And it's like, no one's asking you to be violent to your friends or your homeboys. No one's asking that of you. But like, if you, like, men control each other and kind of like set boundaries for each other all the time. And they listen to each other. So if you go, no one wants to hear what makes your dick hard, stop talking about it. Or like, no, that shit was, that was not okay. That person's minding their fucking business. Like, don't you want to talk about something else? Like, you always talking about this shit. Why? Like, and that shit, when your friend is like, yo, why are you always talking about this? Doesn't that make you just go, oh shit, why am I? Or like, I remember I was at work. This was a job I had years ago, and I was on a van, and someone started street harassing a woman. I was like, and it was constant, and I just got to a place where I just needed to say something. And I was finally like, yo, my nigga, no one gives a fuck what makes your dick hard. I'm tired of this shit, I'm tired. Because like everyone kind of, I was like straight-ish assumed. And so I got so angry about it, and the guy was just like, oh shit. Like, maybe I am talking about my dick so much. And he stopped. At least in front of me, he stopped. He didn't street harass after that day. The van started to change. And it's like, and I looked back in hindsight and I felt shitty. Because I'm like, that's all that took. All I need to do is be like, yo, bro, stop it. And just sound a little frustrated, put a little bass in my voice, and now you just stop causing trauma to women. Is that all it took? And it's like also to kind of hype ourselves up to think that we have to like kill a man in order to like get anything done. Like another suggestion I give men for street harassment is if you see a woman who clearly looks uncomfortable, act like you know her. Yo, Christina, is that you? No, fuck it, just excuse me, homeboy, I'm trying to talk. Christina, yo, how's your cousin? No, real quick, can we get like coffee or some shit? No, I'm sorry, homeboy, look, I'm sorry, whatever. And I literally have ushered away random women all the time, and it works. You don't have to beat men up. That might feel good in a moment, you might want to feel like a hero, or you might die, but like a way to just non-violent ways to do the work, to be in community. You know, you just have to leverage the power created.
Yo, what up? My name's Eli, and today's discourse conversation was about privilege. Whew, what a conversation to have.
It's important to have everyone in the room so that everyone has something to add, so that way more people have more of a takeaway. And like I feel like that conversation for me was like it's invaluable. Like you can't put a price on that.
Something I'm definitely taking away from this conversation is giving people room to grow. It was nice to see people be vulnerable and honest about where they were at a certain place and where they are now, and even more the space that they're giving other people. So it definitely reminded me, and what I'm taking with me is give people room to grow.
Speaking of privilege, I think I'm very privileged to be part of an all-black cast, an all-black crew for my first production ever. And I think one takeaway from that would be clarity. And like, based on the conversation we had, how I benefit from privilege, how I stand to gain privilege, the privileges I do and don't have, and do and don't experience, and how that relates to people who may identify differently from me. It was very, very eye-opening. A lot of, I see a lot more clearly now.